I am Raziel.
What's up, guys? Raziel here, and I have another video for you today. Again, this is going to be another video that's highly for your ears and not so much for your eyes, though I did put a Savage Kill or two up on the screen, as you can see. So yeah, if you want to watch, you can watch. It's a little bit of eye candy. But I wanted to talk, and I know I've had a couple videos out about this over the last couple weeks, but I wanted to talk about World of Warcraft Classic one last time, because the hype has been insane. I mean, it had over 1.5 million people watching it on Twitch when it launched. So the hype for WoW Classic is real. No, this isn't a video saying I decided to play it, because I haven't decided to play the game. You know my stance on that if you look at my other WoW Classic videos. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is to relate my thoughts and my feelings about what I hope that WoW Classic can do for the industry, because some good can come of this. Even though it's a life support system designed to milk money, I don't think in any way, shape, or form it's going to teach Blizzard any lessons. Activision Blizzard doesn't learn lessons. They just say, wow, this worked. This exploitation worked. How do we do this exploitation more? That's all they care about. So, and I do expect, as I said in my other videos, the hype for WoW Classic as time goes on to wear down. I think the number of people playing it will be drastically reduced in 3 months, even more in 6, and who knows what it will be in a year, but nowhere near the numbers it has right now. But Blizzard has had to add more servers and all kinds of things. It was almost a repeat of what happened with World of Warcraft Vanilla back in 2004, where not enough servers were there were huge queues, there was lag, the servers were crashing. So what do I hope can come of this? I think something good can come of this. Now, if you recall, back when WoW hit its stride, where it had its biggest player base, back in mid-Wrath of the Lich King, we started to see all these MMOs crop up, where previously it was kind of a niche genre overall. It wasn't a genre that every company wanted to delve into, but WoW's success made people interested, made companies go, wow, we can really make a lot of fucking money doing this. So you started to see all these MMOs pop up that would try to imitate WoW, Wrath of the Lich King WoW, but most of them didn't really come into fruition until, Cataclysm and afterwards. But these companies were mimicking World of Warcraft as it started to fall apart, as Activision acquired it and they started to add all these quality of life things, and a couple things came to my mind. So these clones kept popping up, but they were mimicking a version of the game that was already starting to go bad. And the very essence of what made Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, in my opinion, was some of the best MMOs ever created. It started to fall away. Those features started to fall away. Those were sacrificed for convenience, for getting more people in that aren't MMO gamers, getting people in from all the other genres like first-person shooters, Call of Duty, real-time strategy games. Blizzard wanted everybody, and so they kept making concessions and changes and sacrifices to the game itself. But as I was watching people's excitement, I was watching some of my favorite streamers stream WoW Classic, just to and I could see the nostalgia. It even hit me a little bit watching them play that old game. But I also saw a video where some of the original developers of WoW sat down and played, and there was one quote in there that stuck out to me in that video, where back in Vanilla WoW days, Chris Metzen said, the main character and the main focus of World of Warcraft, the main protagonist, if you will, is the world. And it really struck me, because that's what made WoW in the original Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King so good, was it was all about the world as being the main character. Your character was just kind of a nobody. You got stronger in the world and you helped things out, but you weren't the focus of the storyline. Now, WoW went wrong when they started to shift once they ran out of source material. After all their Warcraft 3 characters have been killed off or pushed to another world or whatever the fuck ever, they started to go in the direction of your character, your champion, your hero of Azeroth is the main character. Yet, in all the cutscenes and all the terrible storylines that followed, Your character was never there in the cutscenes. If you look at, like, you know, it always still just says Bolvar or Thrall or Sarfang or whoever killed X enemy with the help of the champion, of the champions. And so it was very generic, and it was played off really bad. And why it went so poorly, in my opinion, is because Blizzard did a hard shift in the way, the whole philosophy behind WoW as an MMO, and turning you into the main character and everything. Now, you might argue, well, Raz, you play Final Fantasy XIV and you're the main character in that. True, but Final Fantasy XIV does it right. Final Fantasy XIV, in a lot of ways, plays like a single-player game, in its story at least, and it's built that way from the ground up. It's a very story-centric, you're the hero-driven game, right from the get-go, right from level 1, right from its 2.0 release. So WoW wasn't that way. Asheron's Call wasn't that way. Dark Age of Camelot wasn't that way. EverQuest wasn't that way. EverQuest 2 wasn't that way. Final Fantasy XI wasn't that way. The only really hardcore story-driven MMOs that come to mind is Final Fantasy XIV, Star Wars, the Old Republic, and the stories are great. The Old Republic kind of fell apart in Endgame when it started to actually have to use MMO elements. Final Fantasy XIV didn't fall apart. In fact, its endgame is quite good. It is repetitive, and it is theme park, just like even classic WoW is still a theme park MMO. It's not a sandbox MMO. But where WoW went wrong is it let its world die, and it let its world not be the main protagonist anymore. In a game like Final Fantasy XIV, I think even Final Fantasy XIV suffers a little bit from it being a story-driven, but the world overall still doesn't feel quite as dead as WoW does in its most, retail version of the game. So, what this can do, what I hope classic WoW ends up doing for the industry, or for the genre, is make other developers open their fucking eyeballs. Open their fucking eardrums. Look at Twitch. Look at the streams. Look at, Mixer. Look at, DLive. All these streamers playing. The hype, the love of the game for a 15-year-old product, and they'll start to see, hey, there was something about Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade. There was something about this version of the game that players clearly love and are excited about and want to get into. Even though it's 15 years old, they're going back to it over the retail version of WoW and other MMOs. They're going back and they're excited about it. So I'm hoping this makes developers take a step, if they're going to make an MMO, in that direction. From that step, from that point, from 2004's version of World of Warcraft, if they're going to mimic World of Warcraft at all. So, obviously if you're doing a sandbox game, you can't quite follow WoW's pattern, but if you're doing a theme park, you got to look at classic WoW and why people like it. It's obviously not because of the graphics, probably not even that much because of the gameplay itself. It's because the world was alive, things mattered in the game, your choices in your talent trees mattered, your class selection mattered, there's open world PvP and conflict on PvP servers and RP PvP servers. The money matters in the game. Items really make a huge difference. They're not just thrown at you. Everything's hard to get that's any good. The world's fucking dangerous. It's so easy to die in vanilla classic WoW. These are the things they need to take. And I really, really hope that they see this and run with this, because a developer that's far better now than Blizzard has been for over a decade can take what they've learned from this hype train and this situation and turn it into something new and turn it into something quite beautiful. I think that's what can happen, and I hope that's what does happen. But I don't think we'll see the fruits of what classic WoW's hype has brought for another at least 5-6 years to see what developers choose to do with this information that just landed hot in their laps like a huge pile of shit. They're going to have to do something with it, and I hope they do the right thing. All you guys that are playing classic WoW that never played vanilla back in the day, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you see why people found it such a beloved game, why I did back when I played it in 2004. I was in the beta before vanilla, and I was in love with the game. It was the closest I got to catching the dragon. See my other video, Chasing the Dragon. Closest I got to catching the dragon since Asheron's Call, since I stopped playing my first MMO, Asheron's Call. Anyway, guys, for everybody here, are you playing classic WoW? You have no interest in it. What do you think of my thoughts of where this can go? What developers far better than Activision Blizzard can do with this information they just have received from seeing the reception of Classic WoW? I mean, people are paying money to a corrupt-ass, shitty company like Activision Blizzard just to get their hands on that old game, 15-year-old game, guys, because it has something they want. Anyway, guys, this has been Raziel. These are just my thoughts, my ramblings about what's been going on. I know there hasn't been a shitload of content for Final Fantasy XIV because I'm still progging E3S and then going into E4S, and I don't just make clickbait videos. I don't make videos just because. I make videos when I have something to fucking talk to you guys about. And this is what I had to talk to you guys about after seeing this. So give me your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions about Classic WoW. Are you playing it? Are you not? Why? Why not? Yeah. Keep in mind, I forgot, I haven't announced this yet. I will be changing my stream times here in the next week or so. It'll be updated on my actual Twitch channel and on my YouTube channel when you see the times changing. I'm going from Thursday, Friday, Saturday to a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday format. So Saturdays no longer be streams. I need at least one whole day off to myself. But anyway, guys, this has been Raziel, and as always, my friends, keep it fucking real.